Most people will tell you they've been waiting for GTA 6 for 13 years. And technically the numbers check out. But that's not actually true for most of us. Because the real question is, when did Rockstar stop keeping you busy? Think about it. When did they stop giving you something to come back to? And that moment is different for everyone. Some of you checked out of GTA Online early, but some of you were deep in it. Grinding, new updates, new heists. And then at some point it just stopped being fun. The loop got repetitive. The updates started feeling like something you already played before. For some of you that was probably around 2017. For others it was later, maybe the Diamond Casino heist, which for me was genuinely one of the last times GTA Online felt like it had something real to offer. After that, the game kept running, but it stopped feeling like it was going anywhere. And then a lot of you moved on to Red Dead Redemption 2. And honestly, this is where the majority of people excited for GTA 6 really come from. And it has one simple reason. If you were one of those people, you know exactly what that game did to you. It's hard to explain to someone who didn't play it. The world felt alive in a way that's genuinely rare in gaming. The weather, the wildlife, the way the world just kept existing, whether you were watching or not. But the thing that really stayed with me, and I think this hits a lot of people differently months after finishing the game, was Arthur Morgan. I remember randomly thinking about him weeks after finishing the game, and not like, oh, that was a good story, but more like the way you would think about someone you actually knew back in the day, someone you would lost, someone whose words would randomly pop into your head and push you forward in the right direction in your life. I know that's a strange thing to say about fictional character, but that's exactly what it felt like a friend who wasn't around anymore. And that's when I understood something. It wasn't just that RDR2 was a good game, it was that for however many hours I spent in that world, it didn't feel like I was just sitting there watching a screen. I wasn't thinking about anything outside of it. It felt like I was just fully there. And that's what Rockstar actually sells. A simulated escape from reality that feels real. And that feeling, that specific feeling, is exactly why GTA 6 has the hype it has. Because people aren't waiting for a game. They are waiting to be somewhere else for a while. In real life, you might be flipping burgers, grinding at a job you don't care about, and dealing with things you can't control. But in GTA, you are the CEO. You are the most valuable member of the heist crew. You have your dream car, and you can do anything you want in that world. One that actually feels like a better version of the real one. You can be someone else entirely for a while, and forget about your problems. And after RDR2, we are obviously projecting that into our expectations for GTA 6. After that, a lot of people moved over to Red Dead Online, and it had potential, really big potential. But then Rockstar just quietly walked away from it. After everything the developers put into that world, they buried a note in a blog post saying Red Dead Online wouldn't be getting any more updates. No farewell, no final update. Just silence. I remember people rumoring about a long-awaited properties update for Red Dead Online, with purchasable houses and mansions, and players grinding all their money to be ready for it, me included. And it just never happened. That's when the real wait started for many of us. The moment Rockstar went completely silent, and there was nothing left from them. So why has it actually taken this long? I think there are three main things. The first one is RDR2 itself. From around 2014 to 2018, every single Rockstar studio was working on one thing: Edinburgh, Toronto, New York. All of them. Just Red Dead 2, nothing else. That game had over 300,000 animations, more than 500,000 lines of dialogue. And that's why GTA 6 development couldn't even properly start until 2018. The second reason is money. GTA 5 sold over 200 million copies across 3 console generations, and GTA Online has made around $5 billion just from in-game purchases. And it's still running today. When that's your situation, why would you rush? There's no financial pressure. Take-Two had every reason to let it keep going. For them, this whole thing is just a business. And the last thing is the 2022 leak. It was full of early builds, unfinished animations, things that were never meant to be seen by any of us. The investigation cost Rockstar around $5 million, but the real damage wasn't financial. It was that suddenly we all knew for certain the game existed, and that had to wait 4 more years anyway. That's a completely different kind of wait. And look, Rockstar has always done this. Both GTA 4 and GTA 5 got delayed, RDR2 even twice. But every single time, the final result was worth it. Rockstar always delivered. And the determination, refusing to release until it's actually done, is basically the one thing separating them from everyone else right now. Okay, so here's the part most videos skip over. GTA 6 is dropping into a gaming landscape that honestly looks pretty rough right now. It's a very different place than it was just a few years ago. You already know this. Games that look incredible in the trailers, but release broken. Battle Pass is revealed before the game is even finished. Things designed to keep you logging in on a daily basis. Basically dopamine traps, full of FOMO mechanics, dressed up as content to make you buy the next skin. And that's most of the gaming industry right now. And then there's Rockstar, who hasn't released a game since 2018, who communicates in 2 trailers and then total silence. And who every single time they put something out, it's the best thing in the room by a distance. The reason people are this invested isn't just nostalgia, it's that Rockstar is one of the only studios still building worlds instead of products. And people feel that the second they start the game, even if they can't explain exactly why. But here's where I have to be honest about something. The escape that people are looking for, that feeling of being in a world that feels real, being someone else and leaving your actual life at the door, that experience lives or dies in the single player. Online is a completely different thing. It breaks that immersion. Online is social, it's competitive, it's about showing up and grinding. And there's nothing wrong with it. But it's not the same as sitting alone in a world that feels alive and just existing in it for a while. And the financial reality is that online is where Rockstar makes its money. GTA 6 Online, or 2.0, or whatever they are going to call it, is going to be engine running this game for generations. They bought the team behind 5M, the platform that built GTA roleplay into what it is, and they even created marketplace for it. And just recently they forced another competitor to shut down, and for a good reason. Roleplay isn't going to be a community mod living on the edge of the game anymore. It's going to be part of the foundation. If that happens, GTA 6 Online won't just be a single game mode as we know it. It's going to be a platform letting people build their own servers and custom UGC content inside the game. GTA 4 had DLC, Red Dead 1 had Undead Nightmare, but GTA 5, it's been 13 years since release, the most profitable entertainment product ever made, and Rockstar never once came back to expand that story. And that's because even though they were just testing the waters with GTA Online back then to see if it will stick, now they know exactly what works. And not just because of GTA Online, but because they've seen how other massive platforms emerged out of nowhere and unlocked an even more profitable business model. I want to be wrong about that pattern continuing, but the numbers don't lie about where the priorities are. And this is the part nobody really wants to think about it. Because if you look at the gap between releases, GTA 5 to RDR2 was 5 years. RDR2 to GTA 6 is roughly 8 years. The math on what comes next is not encouraging. If the trend continues, the next major Rockstar single player will release somewhere around 2034 or maybe 2035. And this is what the most people in the community actually think. But I think it's completely wrong. I think it's going to be earlier, somewhere between 2030 and 2032. If you look around, the world is changing at an exponential rate. And you can hear Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Take-Two, talk multiple times about new technology helping them release games faster while not lowering quality. And I think we all know what he means by that technology.
We have a three-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, and be the most efficient company in the business. And the promise of AI feeds into all three. Times like these, where I think many people are very concerned about what everything AI will mean, we're mostly encouraged by what everything AI will mean.
So what are we going to see after GTA 6? As a new title, I would expect Red Dead Redemption 3. And I have to be honest one more time, guys. It's most likely not going to happen just because of great RDR3 story and the sales it will bring to Rockstar. Because by the time RDR3 releases, the money they will be making from GTA 6 Online will dwarf anything they ever made from sales of any title they released before. So the main motivation to get RDR3 out will probably be to utilize the Red M roleplay platform they already acquired and then connect it into one big online and roleplay ecosystem with GTA. Nonetheless, I'm sure we will get a great Red Dead 3 story, as always, and I can't wait for it really. Red Dead 2 still holds up against games releasing today. 7 years later, the world still has more to offer. Arthur's story is finished, but the world isn't. Think about how they went from John Marston to Arthur Morgan. Different character, different corner of the map, but the same world underneath. That formula works. And a third entry with a new protagonist, a new region, and new GTA 6 mechanics could be extraordinary. And while that's happening, GTA 6 Online won't be standing still either. We can 100% expect GTA 6 to keep getting updated for several years. With this technology maybe even helping Rockstar accomplish their original vision for GTA 6, which was Project Americas, continuously expanding and connecting the map across new American states. It might have been too ambitious for launch, but as long-term live service goal, it suddenly makes a lot of sense. And honestly, GTA 7, I think that's something that might never happen from Rockstar themselves, unless it's just another story to pull you into an even bigger online world. But we need to be realistic. We are entering a point where graphical quality in games is hitting a ceiling. You can only get so realistic, right? And we are also entering a time where people will create their own minigames with stories inside Rockstar Rockstar's platform using their modding engine. So I believe we might see Rockstar's older IPs recreated inside the GTA 6 engine. And when you think about it that way, it might not be as dark as it seems, because we might see things like Bullet 2, Red Dead 1, or a GTA 4 remaster with GTA 6 graphics and gameplay mechanics. It might just not be created by Rockstar themselves, but rather by a small group of fans inside this platform. And one fun fact, if GTA 7 ever happened, and it follows the pattern of being set in the time when it's released, it will essentially be a cyberpunk game made by Rockstar. I think you can see where all of this madness in the real world is going. So GTA 6 took this long because Rockstar spent years building the technology it runs on, because GTA Online made rushing financially pointless, and because they genuinely won't put something out until it's ready. After launch, many of us will enjoy replaying the GTA 6 story and finding new things and Easter eggs even years later, while others will maybe enjoy the online platform with roleplay, custom servers and UGC continuously updated. And then somewhere after 2030, Rockstar goes quiet, drops a trailer, and we do this whole thing again with RDR3. So let me know in the comments. What do you actually want to see from Rockstar after GTA 6? Story DLC, Red Dead 3, or something else entirely? If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, boys.